Hello, it's Oricard. Today we'll be using my version of a Sun and Moon build, or deck as it were, and one of the cards I'll be using is Rock. Every 15 seconds it launches a boulder that goes all the way down the line, starting from your end, and it has a chance to stun them for 1 second and does 1,000 each time. I use this to get through the early waves if I can't take them down with my normal strikes. This one gives everything around it a buff, and it gets way better when it has 2, 4, or 6 on the field because I have this Dark Side of the Moon trait. You can change it off if you want, but I keep it this way. You get the dice more often, and when you level them together, if you get none of those dice, it actually gives you the bonus still. It matches up that way. It does with the other way too. And we got the solar dice. It's like the moon dice, or the lunar dice I mean. It balances out at 1, 4, and 7, and it does additional damage and stuff like that, and splash damage, which it does damage to the units around it. And then we got the blizzard dice. It does a slow against a bunch of units at once, and it can stack up to 3 times, which means it can slow 3 times more over time. And the berserk dice, when more than 10 enemies come out, it gains a huge amount of damage and starts to attack very rapidly. And it's pretty cool to see what I mean. It just goes berserk and starts attacking hardcore. So I've been using this to get through the first little while, or for like class 11 to 12, the breakthrough. It was how I actually managed to do it. The berserk is really good for holding off what your rocks can't take down from wave 3 to 4. I'll show you what I mean here. We'll get into a match. So while that's warming up, take a little chill out, get game on. Pretty cool illustration of the way they make the dice look. I'm gonna throw a ticket in just for fun. It's the video. I usually like to only throw my tickets in if they're a lower class than me, but it really hasn't happened for like the last 12-15 games, so might as well throw in another ticket for the day. It did help me get past. I got up to 3,813, I think. I'll check when we get out of this. So both the lunar and the solar dice are active. We got those circles running and lit up. If I get another one of those in the next little while, they'll diminish and they won't be as effective. But I got lucky there and got all kinds of my dice out and 2 berserkers. So this pretty much means I could leave it at this, and I think I could probably just make it through wave 1 and not have to play anymore or level up my stuff at all. But I'm gonna level up my solar dice. I don't want to add any dice to the field right now because it would interrupt my lunar and solar dice, and the lunar is in a nice place, highlighting 2 dice early on. So buff up this solar dice. Remember, it does splash damage, so it's actually hitting 2 units below if they're closer together. Like you can put a shield across it. Those yellow black barrier ones with the shield card. You can build them up and it will do way more splash damage because the units will be close enough to take the effect of the splash. So it might be an effective way to throw something in. But because my dice aren't as high a level, I'm using the rock dice to be able to take down a huge amount of damage in proportion to the other dice on the field. So I'm going to level like a frenzy. And that's actually pretty good. All those rocks will help me quite a bit. So they still stay on the field. Got lots of rocks, so I'll have to level a couple of them to try and get some damage on this guy. That was actually pretty lucky. I got a solar dice that way. The assassin dice, my opponent's using the pink ones. They're the ones leveling down my dice. If they're at level 1, it takes them off the field completely. It reduces them to an empty block. Drinking a watermelon Red Bull. I don't really like watermelons. They're not bad in energy drinks. So I'm thinking maybe a way I get some watermelon in me. Get all kinds of vitamins I can. It's a little bit of self-abuse, but for health, it's like, that's time later, right? That's the way I want to look at it. I'm going to add another dice to the field. My opponent's taking some damage. I don't know. This little quick one coming in might get him. Oh no, it's going to be before then. So we got a win. So I don't know. You kind of see how I played that thing out. And I don't think the Berserker dice came into play too much. But the reason that's so high, my trophies, is because I used the arena ticket. I'm back up to 3709. I haven't dropped the bracket, luckily, from 12 to 11 since I've been in it. I think I've played about 18 to 20 games so far in the bracket, or maybe a few more. I've been playing it a lot today and yesterday. I kind of got excited about getting past that area and having the new level of dice come at me. Some of the builds are familiar, but the way they're using Yin Yang recently has been a bit different. And some people are using combinations that aren't so traditional now that I'm in rank, or class 12 I mean. And to show you what I was talking about, how far I've actually gotten. So it's at, 38, 33, not 38, 13. So I got pretty close to getting this. A couple more battles and I could have got the legendary from the King's Legacy chest. But I'm working on it, and I don't know, that's just the build I'm working with, and I think I'm going to call it the Sun and Day build, or the Day and Night build, because it doesn't have a name, and it's got both the moon and the solar in it. It's kind of got the berserk and the blizzard, so, and the rock, I don't know, it's kind of nature sort of stuff. It's got an axe for a tree, why not, right? So, thank you for watching, that's the video, and have a great day.